Tyrannosaurus rexes, or T-Rexes, are probably the most well-known dinosaur across the entire world, and with good reason. They have a very impressive-looking skeleton, very long teeth, and a very memorable and awe-striking name. And unsurprisingly, they do have a lot of interesting misinformation occasionally surrounding them. Starting off with their arms. Now, unlike many people believe, their arms were not actually useless. They weren't just kind of vestigial small arms with no purpose. They did have some actually very important purposes and were actually quite strong. Analysis of the bone structure and where muscle attachments would have been on the arms and the rest of the skeleton show that they could lift and generate quite a lot of force. Analysis suggests that it could bench press, take that term loosely, about 400 pounds of weight with those tiny little arms. And these arms did have multiple purposes, including pushing and shoving each other when fighting or when trying to catch prey, helping them kind of prop themselves up better if they fall over during whatever activities a T-Rex may fall over during, and to help hold and stabilize their food while they were eating. And T-Rexes have an actually very interesting feeding strategy called puncture and pull. The puncture and pull feeding strategy is basically where, with live prey at least, sometimes the T-Rexes were scavengers as well, they would bite their prey super hard and kind of sink their teeth into it, which is the puncture part of puncture, and then kind of drag their teeth down through the prey to weaken them, to get a better grip, to do lots of things, and that is the pull part. The dentition of the T-Rex is specialized for that feeding strategy, as well as to be able to withstand the T-Rex's absolutely massive bite force without shattering the teeth or the jaw. As I mentioned before, T-Rexes were capable of scavenging, however, they also did hunt quite a lot, and there is some evidence that they would hunt in groups, kind of like wolves or other pack animals. This isn't confirmed, because obviously we can't observe T-Rexes doing it, but some fossil sites in paleontology have suggested evidence that they did at least occasionally hunt in groups. And there's also evidence to suggest that T-Rexes, at least as chicks and sometimes into adulthood, had feathers, which I just think is cool.